Hello friends, welcome back to Boots and Bounty Homestead. My name is Casey. In this collaboration, we are doing a Jar It Up July collab hosted by Tony at Kettle's Kitchen and Pam at Bloo Reliance. I will have their links and the list of everyone in this collaboration listed below, as well as the link to the playlist. Now don't forget, down below you need to leave a comment on this video if you want to be entered in the giveaway, which will be August the 4th. That's no way affiliated with YouTube. This is a personal giveaway from Tony at Kettle's Kitchen and Pam at Bloo Reliance. The winner will be chosen from a comment picker, so make sure you leave a comment below. So during my Jar It Up July collab video, I am going to not necessarily tell you what I can or you know, what kind of things I preserve or anything like that. This is specifically for how do we use jars, whether they be canning jars or recycled jars, or you know, what do we store in them, that kind of thing, to give you ideas of how you can use them to also store things in your home. Now for my video, we've got to go up a little bit, so let's go. So way up here in this dark space is where I keep most of my jars, excluding the ones that I can in the pantry. Let me show you what I put up here on the top shelves that's going to be out of direct sunlight and stays pretty well temperature controlled up there. So first of all, the easy storage is going to be dry goods. These are some cereals that I make granola out of that I have just stored up here. Right beside it, I have the mothers that I make my apple cider vinegar with. This is actually a pickle jar where I've mentioned several times before that I call the local schools and I get their gallon pickle jars on Fridays, wash them out and reuse them. So these are gallon size jars that I keep my mothers in the bottom for my apple cider vinegar. Another thing that I use for gallon jar or half gallon jars is going to be for my dried herbs. Now I have a ton of dried herbs. So also in here, I wanted to show you how I store some other items. These are my cooking items. This will be like my brown sugar. This is a old jalapeno jar. This has my baking soda in it. Now if you're interested in these labels, I'll try to find and put a link down below. I will also tell you these are chalk labels, but I would not write on them with chalk. What you need to write on them with is a fabric pencil because it won't smudge. Chalk will actually come off. You will have to wash this off in order to get it to come off. So these are a good idea if you are changing things or if you want to label things that maybe look alike, such as baking soda and powdered sugar. So these are great ways to label things as well. Some other items I keep in jars would be these reusable, these are actually jelly jars. They're like, I don't know if these are pint jars or if they're pint and a half, so I'm not really sure. These are tall skinny jars that I keep my extracts in. These are homemade extracts. This one is lemon, this one is orange, and then I also have almond and vanilla. So these sit and extract in these jars and they're not alcohol reactive. So as you see up here, I have several of my homemade herbs that I grow. After I dehydrate them, then I put them in individual jars for use. Okay, so moving over here to the other side of my kitchen, I also have another cupboard up here that we're going to go check out. Come on up. Alright, so up here I also want to show you that I use these for infusion for oils. Again, some more dried goods. These are empty for extra storage. This is where I infuse my jewelweed. I also water glass eggs. I also make some homemade Castile soap. These again are those pickle jars, the gallon pickle jars. So you need to have the matching lids to these if these are something that you use. Otherwise, just clean them out and use them for any kind of storage. So yes, as a homesteader, we use jars for so many things, whether it be for flower arrangements, whether it be for holding items in the bathroom, you know, whether it just be anything. You could put, you know, after you empty your change out and put change in jars, you know, at the end of the day. You can reuse jars and make them into candles. There's so many things that jars can be useful for. So what is your special odd thing that you do with jars? Let me know down below. There's not a whole lot of odd stuff I do with it. It's kind of more or less the finds that I have. And like the gallon size pickle jars that I use for any kind of oil infusions, tincture infusions, any kind of my dried herbs, my dry mixes. And along the lines of dry mixes, I also have jars here that I store my individual mixes, like my taco mix. And you can see right here, I write taco down it. And then I do Italian mixes and like ranch dressing mixes and things like that. So you can store these as you make them in a bowl and then pour them into those kinds of containers. Also, one other tip, if you have something like this, you can also save the tops of your Parmesan cheese containers. The green tops, they screw right onto these jars. So you can use them as your dry spice shakers. You can actually use those as tops. They also have the side where you can use a spoon in them as well. So keep in mind whenever you are using up the last bit of that Parmesan cheese mix that you save the tops so you can put them on your own dry mixes. Well guys, that's all I'm going to share with you today. Come back for more that you can see in my pantry, more uses I'm doing with jars throughout my cooking adventures and my canning and food preservation adventures. Stick around for more videos. Share with your friends these ideas. Go to the playlist, make sure you share those videos, and go and like and subscribe to these other collaborators as they bring you this content. Thank you again to Tony and Pam and everyone that's in this collaboration. Thank you to 4 Jars for sponsoring this collaboration, and we will see you August the 4th for the giveaway. Link is down below. See you later, guys. Bye.